Hello, my name is Niu Chan, and today I'm going to be talking about the importance of melody and bass in your fingerstyle arrangements. Now, when I play fingerstyle guitar arrangements, I get a lot of comments where my playing is very clean sounding, pristine, clear, and the reason is because I focus on the melody as the most important aspect and then the bass second, and everything else just comes after that. Alright, so to give you an example, I'm going to be doing the song Shout to the Lord, but I just do a short excerpt. I recorded a whole video cover of it, and you can go find it on my YouTube channel or Instagram. I'll put the links in the description below. But for now, here's just a short excerpt of the chorus, and here we go. Alright, so you might be able to hear that it's very clean, very open, spacious, airy. Not many notes are being played. And that's because I want the melody to really shine through. Alright, so I'm going to break down this process, and in order to do that, I've written out this piece of musical excerpt onto a score. Now you may be freaking out because you do not know how to read music notation. Now don't worry. You don't need to read music notation. The idea why I wrote it out so that you have a visual reference of it and you can see where the chords line up with the melody. Right? But to get it started, I'm just going to sing the melody in solfege and I'll follow along with the notation so that you'll be able to see how the song goes. Okay? So it starts here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, do, ti, do, do, ti, do, do, ti, la. Ti do do ti do do re mi re do re do do ti do do ti do do ti la ti do. Alright, so that's the melody. Now playing that on guitar, it's a very, very simple melody. There are honestly only a few notes inside. So just the melody on its own on guitar. You can play this in any position or scale. I'm just going to play it all the way up here. Alright, this is the melody. Do, do, ti, do, do, ti, do, do, ti, la. Ti, do, do, ti, do, do, re, mi, re, do, re. Do, do, ti, do, do, ti, do, do, ti, la, ti, do. You know, this is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes in this entire melody. Alright, so now that we've just got the melody, the next step to doing it is just really to add in our bass notes of every chord. So I've written out all the chords here, but all you need to care about is the bass note. Okay, so I'm gonna play the melody and just the bass note, and you can see the effect that it has. So it starts with, it starts on an A. So do do ti do F sharp, do ti do D, E bass, A, F sharp, D, E, F sharp, D, E, A. Alright, so I was playing that very clean and with a straight rhythm. Now let's try to add some articulation. Reminder, we are only playing melody and bass. Let's see how good we can make it sound. Alright, so that sounded pretty decent. I like it, honestly. It's very peaceful and relaxing. Now, we've just got our melody and our bass. Now, all we need to do is to fill in the rest of the harmonies, okay? In order to do that, I've put together a series of guides here that you can download for free on my website, and the link is in the description below. Just go download them. But now I'm just gonna take you through them. I'm gonna go into the chord position guide. All right, chord position guide. So this is gonna tell us how we're gonna play each chord that's written over here. Okay, so chord positions, how they work is I just go by the caged position. So we've got the C, the A, the G, the E, and the D position. So these are basically the chord shapes in open position, right? C, A, G, E, and D. And you can play this anywhere up and down the neck. So our melody is up here. And we need to form an A chord. The easiest A chord is all the way up here in a D shape. Alright, so you notice that it looks like a D chord, but it's all the way up here. Alright, so this is D shape. So I'm just gonna take, it's a movable chord shape. So I'm just gonna take the D shape. Alright, so this is one of our ingredients that we're gonna be using in the arrangement so far. Okay, so we've got D shape up here. I'm just gonna write a simple D in red color above the chord. And then for F sharp, right, our F sharp is up here, and this is actually an A minor shape. Okay, because it looks like an A minor chord. So I've got an A minor 7 shape. Alright, so you can take a look. This is what the A minor 7 shape looks like, but we're gonna play it, of course, all the way up here to get the F sharp. So if you download the guide, you can follow along and you can look at it, and then you can play it on the guitar yourself. Alright, so we've got F sharp here, and then so we've got D up here. In this chord position, this is an E shape. Alright, so I'm just gonna take the E shape. Over here we've got our E shape, and I'm just gonna write E. And then now we've got this chord. It's a D with an E bass. So I play it here like that. Alright, so this is basically just for the D chord. This is an A shape because it looks like an A, but it's all the way up here. And I'm just gonna change the bass to an E. So we've got our A shape up here. One more chord shape for us to use. Alright, A. And for E, it's also the A shape. So I'm just gonna write A shape over here. And then, okay, we're gonna repeat the chord. So for A, I'm just gonna do the same, the D shape over here, like this. F sharp minor, same, A minor 7 shape. D is the same as the E shape. Alright, for this E, we're now gonna use the G shape, right? Because this looks like a G. All the way up, but shifted all the way up here. Alright, so we've got G shape over here. This is probably our last ingredient in our chord shapes. So we've got G shape here. And then F sharp minor, again it's the A minor 7 shape. And then we've got D, it's the E shape again. And then D over E, A shape. E is also the A shape. And then for the last chord A, we're back to the D shape. Alright, so I'm gonna put these guides away. And you can take a look. These are the ingredients that we used. We've got 5 different chord shapes to create this arrangement. And I'll walk you through. Let me show you. First chord, A, like this. D shape. F sharp minor 7, A minor shape. And then for D chord, we've got the E shape up here. D over E, A shape, E, it's an A shape. And the same for A chord, and then F sharp minus 7, A minor 7 shape. For D chord, we've got E shape. For the E chord, now we're going to a G shape. And then now we're cycling to F sharp minor 7 again, A minor 7 shape. And then we've got the D chord, E shape. D over E, A shape, E is an A shape also, and then we end on A, which is the D shape. Alright, so that might sound like a lot, but if you think about it, these are just your 5 open chord shapes. C, A, G, E, D. Just shifted up and down the fretboard. So D becomes up here. This is A. Alright, so I'm gonna play it for you and I'll walk you through and how I'm just gonna fill in the harmonies by trying to form as much of the shape at each point along the song. Right? Remember, the most important is the melody and then the bass. The rest of it, if you're able to get it, then that will fill in the harmonies. Okay, so let's go. So we start with A. So notice here, I added in one note here from the chord. I'm adding in some other harmonies here. Add in the other notes. Right, play a full chord if you're able to. Back to A. Right, see, I pluck 3 notes at one time. And then we're going to our D. I add in these 2 notes just to fill in a little bit more meat into our harmonies. Our E chord, G shape. And then now we're going to F sharp minor 7. D. Play the chord. And we end on A. Alright, so basically it's just melody and bass but adding in some other harmonies. This is how it sounds. Now I hope that's been really eye-opening for you, and remember, it's pretty simple. If you are not able to do all these chord shapes yet, just focus on the melody and the bass. You'll be able to start filling in the harmonies over time. Alright, download my guides, they'll help you along, and until next time, I'll see you again. Goodbye.